I pulled this back out.
Oh, the bear spray.
Don't let the bear get close enough.
It's also good on my stir fry. Makes it very spicy.
Nice. All right, bring the dog back.
Okay.
I should have recorded the Madhouse that was the store this morning. They restocked yesterday and the store opened at 8 o'clock. And I think there was like 7 people in front of me in line. But they also make fresh made cinnamon buns. So as many people were up there for the fresh baked goods. I did get the toilet paper, so that's good news. And unfortunately, I stood there so long, I had to get one of these too.
Our plan today was to get out a little early because we have the Greenpoint Rapids, and rather than fight them, maybe take them a little bit with us. It's always the plan. But we got a problem here at Blind Channel. They have us on the inside, which is fine, long linear dock. But the depth, I don't come in and you really gotta make it tight, and the tide's out. I didn't account for that thinking about it, and you can see it's really shallow. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but there's the boat and there's the corner we got to go around, and it gets really shallow in there. And our problem is that our deepest part is our props, not a keel. So if we had a keel, okay, you touch bottom, you're stuck for a little while. Ours is the prop, the expensive round things that spin very fast down there and cost a lot of money if they touch anything but water. So I guess we'll be fighting the rapids today a little bit. Win some, you lose some. We won yesterday, today we're losing.
Since we're stuck here, we thought we might as well take the opportunity to get some chores done while we have shore power. So we are defrosting the refrigerator, and then I can go back through and put everything in an orderly fashion because it's kind of shoved in there right now. So, yay.
The tide finally came up enough for us to squeeze out. I just had to keep the turn at the corner as tight as possible. We stopped by the fuel dock on the way out. We were doing fine for fuel, but since the generator pulls from the starboard tank only, I wanted to balance the load and put a little extra in since we will be using the generator quite a bit in the next week.
We're leaving Blind Channel, and a great stay there. It's a great place.
Good dinner.
Good dinner, and great hike.
We missed a bear on the trail.
Yeah. We heard when we got back that people had seen a mama bear and a cub, which is what you really don't want to surprise on a trail.
I don't want to see them on the trail. I want to see them on shore.
Yeah, exactly. So we didn't see them. That's good. So we got out late, like I said earlier, that the
Not
tide.
enough water under the boat.
Yeah. Take a look at that when if you stay here and they put you on the inside. That if it's a low tide, you may not want to go. If you're not on
the end slip, then you're kind of stuck. So.
Yeah, it's real tight. So we're gonna be fighting the current, and we're gonna head Johnstone Strait. Start heading north. It's a really good transit day, supposedly, according to the forecast.
Yeah.
We'll see if it plays true. So we'll see where we end up.
As we approached the Green Point Rapids, the opposing current didn't seem it was going to be an issue initially, but we could see that that was about to change. And there goes our speed, 6 knots now. But the strongest current didn't last long, and we just sat back and enjoyed the scenery. And in no time, we were in Johnstone Strait with excellent conditions. But when we got to Earl Ledge, we hit some strong current against us that almost brought us to a standstill. And we seemed to be looking at the beacon at the edge of the ledge for a long time. We finally got out of the strongest current and we continued through the calm strait. Despite the current slowing us down, it was an easy ride as we approached Port Neville.
So this is awesome. We had a great ride up, and we said, well, if there's room at Port Neville, hey, let's stop there. But there's really only room for two big boats on the outside, and it's wide open. This is great because it's such a nice little spot. Again, we were here twice last year, on the way up and on the way back down. Why not though? It's such a great little spot, and the government here again there's no charge, there's no power, but that's fine. The grounds are beautiful. We can land the dog easy. You don't have to get the dinghy down and do all that. And yeah, we really like it here. So yeah, we're really excited. It's good to see. Happy to be here.
As a bonus, the Hanson family was there when we arrived. The homestead has been in the family since the 1890s, and though no family has lived here full-time in over a decade, they still spend a good part of their summer here. They are great, welcoming people who are happy to share their bit of paradise with cruisers. All they ask is don't smoke and pick up after your pets.
Dinner time in Port Neville. The sun came out. It was cold and cloudy, and which is also nice too, you know. And so we have a great salad. That looks really good, actually. The avocado looks good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's going to turn out to be a. Was that Refuge Cove avocado?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
No, I can't remember now. Where else have we been? That was
Sirocco?
awkward. No, it was Harriet Bay.
Oh, Harriet Bay. That's right. Yep. And we're gonna have some short ribs.
Yep.
And some corn.
It's good.
One of the few sounds you will hear in Port Neville, besides the water lapping the hull, are the many nesting purple martins. Nesting boxes have been added to the pilings by the BC Purple Martin Recovery Program. As darkness fell, we had a front row seat to the many cruise ships coming and going from Vancouver and Seattle into Alaska. The next morning, the Aurora Explorer came into Port Neville. This ship not only supplies the many islands in the region, but you can book passage with your own cabin and a chef that prepares first-class meals. Check out the website. It's really interesting.
Boy, those birds are loud. We're about to leave Port Neville and another great stay here. This place is great. It's
And the family was here again.
yeah, it was good to see them. They just left today. They're gonna come back in about a week, what they said.
Okay.
Too. So yeah, they're coming back, and they're really, really nice people and just so welcoming. It's so nice to be able to walk around the grounds, and they're just happy to have you there and chat a bit. It was great. We saw a few groups of people come in too, by digging and check out the
And
art.
several boats stopped at this dock too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, the current's running strong to the point where I put on my life jacket.
Yeah, she's got a life jacket on, which is a good idea. Water's cold. And we're going to head up about we'll fight the current a little bit, so maybe about 2 hours, and up to Bowie Bay and start to stage ourselves, and maybe hopefully Lagoon Cove the next day.
Yeah, and I had to text them because the phone service doesn't work there, but last year that worked out fine, so
Yep.
hopefully we get on the dock again. So.
Away we go.
We hated to leave Port Neville. Since we first docked here last year, it became a special place for us. We hope to be back, but the use of the dock may change as we've heard that next year the First Nations may be taking over, and the availability to the public is unknown.
Yesterday, flat calm, but so far from here it looks like the strait is nice and flat, so we don't have to go very far in the strait before we pull off. So yeah, not like last year when we came up here. Yeah, so far so good.
As we departed Port Neville, we were followed by the Aurora Explorer, who discharged their cargo further up the inlet. Back in the strait, we again had great conditions. The only hazards being the many logs, so a diligent watch is important. After a few easy miles, we made the turn around the broken islands and we got out of the strait. We thought this floating home was interesting. And then off in the distance we saw a small group of orcas, so we slowed down to watch from a safe and legal distance. And it looked as if they had a youngster with them, which is always good to see. After 10 minutes or so of watching them, they swam east as we turned the corner into Bowie Bay. We were the only boat in the anchorage. The depth is about 40 to 50 feet, but do note that the south part of the bay shallows rapidly. There were some crab pot buoys at this point, and since we did not see anyone tending them while we were there, we we thought that maybe they are there to mark that shallow area. If you happen to know, let us know in the comments. Above the bay, we could see some evidence of fairly recent logging on one of the hills above. We had read that there was a dock to support this logging, but had recently been removed.
I'm on bear watch. We know that there were people that saw bears on the beach just the other day here, so I feel like we should be able to see a bear coming down to eat dinner tonight. And in the meanwhile, Mike is going to check our crab pot. And as always, Bailey doesn't like it. Did he go without you? Did he go without you?
Apparently this is known for bears. We haven't seen any yet, but I have to take Bailey to shore. And I'm going to keep her on a leash. Because I don't need her wandering off and coming in contact with one. So here we go.
Taking Bailey to shore with bears in the area does add a bit of a challenge. Having a leash on during a potty run confuses her, but she eventually got it done. The next morning, while making our coffee, we noticed something on shore. It was a coastal brown bear, often called a grizzly, having its breakfast. So we had our coffee and watched. But it was also time to take Bailey to shore. She has not learned to go on the boat, and a bear ashore makes this process that much more of a challenge.
Are you going to bring the bear spray with you this time?
Yeah, probably do it this time, yeah. It's just low tide, and there is a bear out, but we're gonna go to the other side of the bay, and hope that his brother isn't hanging out over there. But I imagine if they were around, they'd be down eating because this is their time. So yeah, it's like a nature show.
Bring the dog back.
Maybe.
Join us in our next episode when we go to Lagoon Cove. We hike the Deer Loop Trail, and we go to the nightly happy hour potluck and meet fellow cruisers and eat some great food. Then we cruise to Potts Lagoon, and we take the dinghy into the lagoon at high slack. Then we go over to an abandoned logging dock and hike the old logging roads when we see evidence of recent bear activity. And we finally have a successful crab haul. So please don't be crabby and go over and hit the subscribe button. We would really appreciate it.